Yeah, I can record it.
Yeah. So Nikhil, today we are going to see some more functions what the Python is providing. Okay. So Python provides us, let me
Yeah.
zoom it out, function that is known as Jeep function. Okay. So we are going to see this Jeep function first, then we'll see some other functions also, and then we'll move forward. Okay. Why Jeep functions? Because it will be helpful to you in uh, writing the
In
code.
reducing the size.
Yeah. So what actually the GP, what actually this Jeep function is going to do? So Jeep function is simply for compressing this, right? Zipping and unzipping the
Yeah.
data. So Jeep function,
Yes.
Python supports its own Jeep function that is known as Jeep itself. Okay. So the Python Jeep function is this one. This is the name of the function and the work you already know, right? So what
Yeah.
is the Jeep function? How we are going to make use of this Jeep function into Python. Okay.
Mhm.
So as we know
Yes.
that Jeep function is a what it is inbuilt function. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in Python it's inbuilt. Okay. And what it will give you as the output.
Compressed this.
So what could be the format for that one?
Mm.
So it will give you iterator. And how it will give you? So we will see with the example. And that iterators will be by default taking the type of the data
Tuple.
type as the tuples. So how we can just see the example for this Python Jeep function. So we'll open some Jupyter notebook and we'll start working. We'll see one example first and then we'll move on for the further remaining topics. So let me give as the Jeep function. Okay. So which editor you are using right now, ideally or Python or the Jupyter?
Jupyter.
So for I in right. So we need to earlier what we were giving.
Uh-huh.
So earlier we used to give some make use of the range function and
Range or
right?
something like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
inside that we were passing some elements, right? So what we are going to do today is we are going to make use of the Jeep function. So this is the syntax of the Jeep function. Okay. And what could be the content inside this one? So inside this you can give anything. Okay, so we'll give two different lists. Okay, list we are going to make. We'll explain you further. So this is one zip. Okay, and another zip function we are going the another list. So how it is working that we need to see comma b comma c. So like what we have given over here as the input, we have given the zip function as
One
the
is numbers.
one is the integer list. Okay, second
Another
one is
is
the
alphabetical
also we
strings
can consider like
list.
the character or the strings only, right? So these are
Yeah.
the two different list we are giving the input to the Jeep function. Now what this Jeep
Yeah.
function will do and how it will behave. So we need to check this behavior, right? So we are
Yeah.
printing this I. Okay, so if we execute this, you can get the value like this one. What it is doing? It is zipping these two lists together.
Yeah. But
Okay.
first to first, second to second, like that.
Yeah, yeah. It cannot take the first to last, last to first, right? So now we need to understand how actually this zip function is working, right?
Mhm.
So we have seen the zip into our real world, right? How it is working?
Yeah.
How it is working?
It compresses and extracts the files that we.
Forget about these things which we are seeing into the programming and the computer language. We'll see an example of
Yeah,
the normal Jeep. If you see the Jeep of
yeah,
the jacket, bag, and other things, what it is doing, it is having the two different
uh,
sides, right? Two different sides will
yeah.
be there. If suppose left hand side is there is some pin type of the things which is made into one side, another side also, right? So
Hmm.
working with the complete that Jeep, it should be how it will be.
It should be like attached together.
Yeah, so it should be identically same. Then only that it will form the Jeep. You can see here. You are seeing this number of the pins, this number of the pins. So you can consider like this one is the
Yeah,
one list. This is another list, and if you apply the Jeep on that one, so one by one by one by one by, it will form the Jeep. Got it? So this is how it is forming.
yeah,
So I think
yeah.
it's a very much similar to the example what I just shown to you, right? Any doubt? You were saying
Yeah,
something?
yeah. Like your voice was breaking, Vikram. Now it is
No.
good again.
Okay. So I was talking for the Jeep
Yeah.
function, and this is the one of the examples. So what could be the different syntax of the Jeep function, right? So for checking the syntax, uh, so first syntax will be like this one with no argument. Okay.
Hmm.
Second syntax, it can have some iterables inside this one. Okay. There is a chances that it can have its own iterables, and that iterables can be normal lists, strings, dictionary, or user-defined functions.
Okay.
Just now you have seen one example, right?
Yeah.
So that is one of the form of the Jeep syntax. So this is the two different syntax of the Jeep function. Okay, and you have seen this one example over here, right?
Yeah.
So let's go some more inside this one, and we'll see how this is going to work on the different scenario with argument and without argument. Okay,
Hmm.
so like here I have given the two different lists, and then it has performed a dipping operation on each of them, right? So suppose
Yeah.
we will not modify this one. What we are going to do, we are going to write new one, I in Jeep, and inside that Jeep, now I'll pass only one argumentation. Okay, another list I will not pass, and then you can see how it is going to behave, right?
Yeah. We gave two eyes, Vikram.
Sorry, it
That
will
is
be,
in, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
See, so the GP will be, it will work, right? If
Yeah,
you
but it will
provide,
leave a blank space.
yeah, if you are providing the two different list on which it is going to work, then it will unzip it. Otherwise, it will be like the normal real world zip. One will go up, another will be out of the range. It will be not present, right? If
Yeah.
the chip is not working properly, then it will be have like this one. So this will be one example with one argument. There may be possible that it can work with the two arguments, as we have seen in the previous example.
Yeah. We can go with more than two as well, right, Vikram?
We can try
Yeah.
for I in G function, right? Inside
Mm-hmm.
that, suppose I have taken the list itself. Okay, and another one also we will take. So suppose like this one I am taking. Okay, so this one C, and suppose another list I will take. Okay, in this I will put some special characters.
Oh,
Okay, so it can be easily identified, right?
yeah.
What we can take now? Yes. So here we have taken more than one argument, correct? What it did,
Yeah, it combined all the three.
there is no limitation that it will work with only one argument, two argument, and three arguments. Whatever the
Okay.
argument you will pass, that is going to be jigged. Okay, but suppose now I am removing this one from here. Got it?
Yeah.
Here three, here only two. If I
It
execute this,
will. Oh, okay.
what it did,
It removed the third element.
because it doesn't find the suitable option for GPing, right?
Yeah.
If you are giving only one, it is fine. It is giving you the triples right, and it is having the second element at the left.
Yeah.
It is not present, right? But here,
Yeah.
if anyone is missing, suppose I'm increasing one over here, right? 4, 3, 2. What could be the possible output from this one?
4, 3, 2. Only the nothing will come.
Why it is coming like that?
Okay, we can give more, but not less.
Okay, wait. Then what we can do now? Is it fine, right?
Yeah.
What happened?
So basically, first list in the zip should be 2. Like if it is 2, then all the others will also come.
Whether it will change any output or not?
Yeah, it will change.
Is it getting right?
Hmm.
We can remove one now, right? 1 and 2 is present in the first list.
Yeah. Only the first 2 will come. The maximum number of elements in the first list only will be executed. Like 2, if 2 are there, only do we get 2 lists or
Yeah,
else.
so it's depend upon, right, how the parameters is going to be passed, what
Okay.
parameter is getting passed, that we need to think on that.
Yeah.
There is another possible scenario for this GP. So for iterating anything, Python provides the ITER tools. Okay, ITER tools. We will see an example. Till now, we have not seen these examples. We have the topic of the file input output. There we will see this syntax. Okay,
Okay. From
so
iteration.
we have one zero. Oh, 2 times it can. We need to import something. What
Okay.
we are going to import? So G function, and it will have what it will have.
So underscore.
It is one of the inbuilt function. We will see how it is going to work. Okay.
Oh.
And for this zip longest, now I have given the shortcut name as ZL. Okay.
Okay.
It's your wish if you want to give or not. And
Yeah.
then we are going to form the set. So how we are going to form? By based on the ZL. Okay.
Yeah.
It will be like a little bit difficult for you to understand as of now because we didn't see this file input and other modules, right?
I have a basic idea about the input. So
Okay. Then just try to see it if it is working fine for you or not.
yeah. Okay.
What
So if
it
we
is?
give like it is taking the longest set
Yes.
in the zipping.
So this is, you can see ITER tool, and it is going to give you the zip longest. So Python by
Okay.
default support for the zip function only, right? Zip longest
Mhm.
is not available. So this
Yeah.
zip longest is available into some module that is known as iter tool.
Okay.
So that is why before using this, okay, we are importing it first. Got my
Yeah.
point?
Yeah.
So if you wish, you can directly take this name itself over here, or you can take as some shortcut. If you directly write over here zip longest and inside this one, the Python will tell you that we don't know what this zip longest is, right? So to
Yeah.
work with this one, you have to import it. And from where you will import, so you will import from this one. That is what it is
Yeah.
saying. From import, from this one, import this one.
If we don't give from also, it will work. No. Okay. Import this as okay. No
Because
module found. Okay.
because
From where it? Okay.
it is an aware of the things, right? Where it is
Okay.
present. So you need to
Okay.
explicitly specify it because it is a
Mm,
third party tools, right? It is not the
okay.
Python direct.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
Earlier we were getting only the two, right?
Hmm.
But if we are making use of the zip longest, it will form for the longest, right?
Yes.
As you can see here, we are getting only for the one and two. We are not getting for this C and hash, right?
Yeah.
What we can do, we
Here we
can
can give Z1 instead of the zip ZL.
we can copy this one itself. Okay, so it will be more clear. Hope everything is fine. Now you
Yeah.
can see. So the element which is not present there,
None is shown up.
yes. Why? Because it is now we have extended the feature to give the longest G. Got it?
Yeah. Vikram.
So like zipping, we have the unzip function also. Okay. If we
Yes.
are zipping something, how we can unzip? How we will unzip?
The function for it is directly unzip.
No, we don't have the direct syntax
Okay.
for that one. Okay. It's the same function, name is same, only the syntax is getting little bit modified, right?
Okay.
So for zipping, you have seen just now, we have the zip function, right?
Yes.
Now this zip function will be used to unzip also.
Okay.
How how we can make use of this one?
Okay. Unzip zip off this one. The output, if we do it, it will again give us a zipped.
So what we can do now, we can take this as the input, okay?
Yeah.
Because by default it will zip it, right? If
Yeah.
we are executing, it is zipping. You can see it is zipping.
Yeah.
So after zipping, we can store somewhere. I will
Okay.
store inside Z. So now if you execute this Z, it will give you
Zip
the
off
same
the.
message
Okay.
what it was giving. Means now the Z is having something which is the zip format.
Yeah.
Got it? How to
Yes.
unzip it? So for unzipping the things, we are again making use of the same zip function, and inside this Z will be passed. But
Yeah.
if we execute this one, you can see you are getting the same thing.
Yes.
It is again zip one only, right?
Uh-huh.
Earlier, this location and this location now changed. So this one is the double zip of this one. Got it?
Okay.
Because Z is already zip, right? And you are
Mm-hmm.
again zipping. So how to unzip it?
Mm,
Only you need to put a star sign over here.
okay. is showing that only. No.
Yeah, so something is there, right? You have extracted it, but you didn't
Okay.
like frame where to store that.
Okay. Okay.
So how many elements is present inside this zip function?
Uh, one,
One,
two, three.
three. Only three is
Yeah.
there, right? One,
Yeah.
two, and three. So we need total three variables to store the unzipped version of that.
Okay.
So suppose these are the three variables. You are clear with the syntax, right?
Yeah.
So not enough value
Well,
for that expected three got.
got
Oh,
0.
why? Because we are passing the double zipped one, right?
Okay.
Is it we need to execute once and then we can be able to see. We will not. Now it is executed, right?
Yeah.
Because we have excluded that line.
Yeah.
Always it will. First you have to execute this one, then you have to
Okay.
execute this one. Otherwise it is not
Yeah.
going to be printed. Because it is zipped, right? For every
Yeah.
unzipped operation, it has to print something. Now, if you wish to execute this ABC directly or inside the printf, anywhere you can
Print
execute,
option is.
you can see what you are getting. If this is the syntax over here, 1, 2, 1, 2,
Yeah.
ABC,
But
AB,
yeah, the
here 3, but here only 2. Why it
2.
is
Yeah.
happening? Because we are not making use of the zip longest, right?
Okay.
Got or not? So you can see
Yeah.
here
Yeah. Vikram.
1, 2, AB, dollar, and only 2 were the zip, right? So whatever it is
Yeah.
zip, that one only it is going to be shown.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Yeah, Vikram.
So this is one of the function that is known as zip function. Next type of the function we are having here in one of the inbuilt function. You can use anywhere this one. Eval for evaluating the things. What it is going to evaluate,
Oh.
how it is going to evaluate, that we need to see. Okay.
Yeah.
So this evaluate function, we will see like getting some expression. Okay,
Yeah.
and that expression will be input from user. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
from user it will ask something expression, and based on that it will evaluate what is the expression you are giving, that is going to be evaluated. Okay,
Okay.
so this eval function is nothing but it is a function which is present by default function inbuilt function inside Python. Okay,
Okay.
and how it is working? Eval. So it will simply evaluate the things. Whatever you will give,
Oh.
that is going to be evaluated. There is no condition that it cannot work on this one, it cannot work on this one, like that. Okay. So
Okay.
input given from the user, that will be evaluated. How it is going to be evaluated?
Yeah.
We will see some examples. So again, we have to see the syntax of this one, right? What is the syntax for this?
Yeah. Okay.
So the syntax will be in something like eval. Okay. Inside that, it will ask for the expression. Okay. You have to give one expression.
Okay.
That expression will be evaluated by this eval function.
Okay.
There may be another syntax of this one also. So you first see this one.
Mhm.
So this
Yeah.
eval, there is an eval function. Okay, and the syntax will be with argument and without argument also, right? So how it is going to work with
Okay.
argument, how it is going to work with the without argument, that we need to see. Okay. So
Okay.
what is our function name? eval. You can see the color is changing for this eval. Means it is the inbuilt function,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So suppose I am telling this one to evaluate what it will evaluate before proceeding this one. So suppose A is there, okay.
Mhm.
A is equal to 8, okay. And I am telling A that you have to give the exponential
Power of
power of
2.
2.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is giving the 64, right? So
Yes.
this is the calculated on the mathematical basis. No function is
Yes.
involved in this one, right? How
Yes.
to make use of any function inside this one? So for that we have the eval function. Okay, means it is not going to work only with this expression. It can work with any expression.
Okay.
So what happen if I'll write like this one? Whether it will work or not?
No.
It is not working, right? Because
Yeah.
it is the simple expression,
Printout.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like the expression. Whatever we are writing, it is printing. But now that same expression we can write over here. Got the point? So
Yes.
what you understand? So if I'll write like this one, eval 2 plus 3. Basic. We will test whether it is working or not, right?
Yeah.
What you got?
Argument must be a string. Okay. Because we didn't give the braces. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
So eval function will always take the input as a string itself. Okay.
yeah.
So for normal mathematical arithmetic expressions evaluation, we
Hmm?
will not make use of the integer type like 2 plus 3 only if you have to execute. Then also we need to write into the string format for that.
String. Yeah.
Otherwise it is not going to work. Let me write inside the single quote. Now it's working, right?
Yes.
So it's clear that eval function will always take what it will take.
A string.
It will always take a string. Now we will see the another example of this eval function. I'll type it. Okay. You need to give the syntax of this one. See the syntax. Give me the output. What it will be. So inside this eval
Yeah.
function, because we have to take inside the string, right? So this is a string, and inside that I'll take this one.
List.
Two lists is there, right? Inside one list we have the three element.
Yes.
In another list we are having the one
Hmm.
element.
Yeah.
But you just tell me
But we are
whether
not
the,
giving any operator.
and we have not given any comma also, right? So this cannot be taken as the
Yeah.
two different element in the list. So if I am giving this as the input
Okay.
to the evaluate whether it will work or not.
Mhm. I don't think it will work with now because
Okay.
we need to give an expression in that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
So
this is
whatever you
not
have
helpful.
whatever you have written inside the single code, that is the expression, right?
Okay.
It will not work or how it is.
If it works, it will work like it will combine both the lists into one list, like 2, 3, 4, 1.
Mhm. If you have remember the example of the list, tables, dictionaries, just think about in that way. It will be helpful.
Uh, uh,
No idea?
no, like in lists also we'll give commas and everything, right? Like
Yes.
if we give comma, it is list one, list two, and
But if
everything.
I'll execute this example, you will not ask any like explanation for this one. You will simply understood it. Let me execute it, right?
Yeah. 3. It just added the first element and of
First
both the
element.
lists. Of both the lists.
Let me modify this. Okay, and
Okay.
I'll change this to 3.
Mm.
Anything you are able to get it by seeing this one?
No, Vikram. 1, 2, 2.
No, right?
Yeah,
Wait. This is what?
that is a list. List of A. Okay,
Now at least,
it
now
is
at least we can understand.
yeah,
What is the
it is multiplying
not multiplying? It is the index, man. Index
index.
A of 3.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Got it.
Zero,
Yes.
1,
Yeah.
2,
Yeah. Yeah.
and this
Vikram.
3. So
Yeah.
instead of writing this like this one, they have written this example is talking like this one.
Okay.
Got the point?
Yes. Yes, Vikram.
It's quite easy, right?
Yeah.
But you need to think what it is going to display. So this was an example of the expression, right? So
Yeah.
what could be the possible example of the different expressions inside this one? What will be the types? So
We can
suppose
also give. We can't give count in this notion.
inside this you have to give one expression, right?
Yeah.
I am giving one expression like this one. It will work or not?
It will work.
What will be the output?
K.
Hmm?
K. If okay, we can't use other functions in this.
You can give the expression. That expression
Oh,
should be straightforward, not like the
oh,
conditional statement.
okay.
Is it fine?
Yeah, Vikram.
We'll see one bigger example. Okay.
Yeah.
So suppose A equal to, and in this one, we have the input function to read from the keyword, right? This
Okay.
you know, right?
Yeah.
This is the expression.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you execute this one, it will ask you something, right? Enter.
Yeah. To enter expression.
You can see it is asking
Yeah.
you some value, right?
Yes.
And here you can give any expression.
That will
Okay.
be stored in A.
Huh. And you have to evaluate that A. So what expression you want to give over here?
Um, B plus C or 10 plus 2.
Never heard about the A plus B ka whole square, right?
Yes.
2 plus 3. We can give Square like this one, right?
Yeah.
That's anything. But this is one of the expression, right?
Yes.
This is the expression we have given into A. If you wish to cross verify, you can cross verify it.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yes.
That I will pass inside this eval. This
Okay.
and this should print us the result, right? What will be the
Yeah.
result?
It was 25.
You got it, right?
Yeah.
Now let me further modify this one. First time only I didn't show you because it may confuse you. Like this.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
It's taking, right? What we
Yeah.
are doing? Instead of storing the value into A and then A will be passed as the argument, we can directly give the function itself, right?
Yeah.
2 plus 3. This was the expression, correct?
Yes.
So this is how the eval function is working. Means
Yeah.
whatever the expression you will give, it will work. It doesn't ask you for the storage variable and other things, right? Here
Yes.
it is not asking one variable inside that you can store the value and that variable you should pass. Is it clear or not?
Yeah. It's clear.
So this is how like eval function is working. Okay, but
Yeah.
make sure this eval function you should not give it for like login. Suppose there is some login and login you can give with the username and password, right?
Yes.
So if you give the input itself in the evaluate, don't give like that one. Otherwise, what it will work? How it will work?
It will directly give the access when we type in the
Yes,
username.
yes, yes. So let me show you. So anybody can be able to uh, know your password. How?
Yeah.
So let me define one function. I will give this name as the login. Okay, and login is the function. It will have something. Username equal to okay. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Nikhil. Password equal to Nikhil at the rate 123. Suppose.
Yeah.
Okay. So this you have given,
Yeah.
and here you will have some printf statement. So suppose you have this function defined somewhere. Okay.
Okay.
This function is name is the login. It is having the content of the username and password. Whenever
Yeah.
any function is calling this one, it should print the username and password, right?
Yes.
Okay. And like this one, if I'm calling,
Mhm.
what happens if I'll call like this one? This should work or not.
Yeah. Argument must be a string. function main login. Yeah. Y-
It is printing, right?
Yes.
This login is getting called and it is printing. So eval function you cannot make use for calling the function which is having the sensitive data.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
because anybody can make use of this one to see your login credential.
Yeah.
So this is one of the case, right? Some login function you have written which is having your
Yeah.
data. By making use of that, anybody can see your data, right?
Get sensitive data. Yeah.
So never try to give the eval function of this one. So anybody can ask what is eval function, how it is working,
Yeah.
what is the limitation, right?
Yes. Sir.
So this reason you can be able to tell that if you are giving anything inside the evaluate, it will print. It will not talk that it is your private data, right?
Yeah.
So this you need to think what the functions you are going to write inside this one. Okay.
Yeah.
So 1 minute. Yeah. So this is about the evaluate function.
Yeah.
However, there may be question that where this evaluate function can be used, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it's if you are making use of this eval function, it is working at the uh, normal user-defined function itself, but it will give you like
The
less
evaluated
code.
output.
Yeah, yes, less coding will be required, right? You can directly give the expression over here that you have seen
Yeah.
that list and that index example, right?
Yeah.
So this thing you need to think, and this will be your solution for the evaluate function. Now at
Yeah.
least you can be able to tell that what actually is evaluate function, what actually is diff function, right?
Yeah.
Similar kind of the things. We have one more function. What is this function?
Execute.
Yes. So whatever you will give this one, it will execute it. Then how it is differ from the,
This is for mathematical operations.
we'll see something over here. What it is saying?
Built-in function or method.
Hmm. It is a by default function, right?
Yeah.
What is this? What is the use of this one, and how we can be making use of this one? How it is going to work?
Uh, like we don't need to give any the string in that directly. We can give execute of.
So we'll see example now. Okay.
Yeah.
So suppose some line is there which is executing your work, like the
Okay.
previous example we have seen. This one. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. A equal to this one.
Yeah. Must be a string.
What happened?
It did not print the value.
Why it is not printing?
Mm.
What is happening? This
It is
exe
showing none.
execute of A is not
Yeah.
returning anything to print, right?
Yeah.
Because of that only, it is not returning anything and it is not printing anything. So the
Yeah.
basic difference between execute and eval,
Eval.
eval will return some value. Okay,
Okay.
execute will not return anything. It will always give you none. Means because it is not
Then what is the point of using execute when we don't get anything?
yeah, we can be able to get it the things which we will write over here. But the thing is that something like we have one condition that uh, suppose the case somebody is calling you, okay,
Yeah.
then you will say you will give one signal that you are present, right?
Yeah.
There is another way of definition. If someone will call you, okay,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
then you will start studying. You will not go and give any signal at the output at the response.
Okay. Okay.
Got, got the two scenario.
Yeah.
Somebody is calling you, then you will say that yes, I am here, right?
Yes.
This is the definition. Next time the
Mm.
definition somebody is calling you,
Mm.
you will start learning. You
Yeah.
start reading, start doing an activity. You don't have to.
Mm.
Uh,
Respond to it.
yeah, means by seeing you only, he will come to know that you are reading.
Yeah.
So this EXCC is not giving any signal back,
Okay.
but but it doesn't mean that it is not doing anything, right? It is doing something, but it is
Okay.
not giving the signal back.
Mm.
Then how it is we are performing? How it is going to work?
Mm.
It is not giving any signal,
Yeah.
but it is performing.
But we need to get the output from what it's performing, right? Okay.
So what you can do, you can take one A equal to over here, okay,
Mm.
and you can write some statements which is going to perform the work for you. Got
Okay.
it?
Yeah.
Inside this print statement, what happens if I'll write like this one?
It will directly print A when. Yeah.
So it is printing, right?
Yeah. We need a string.
So it also executed, right?
Yeah.
Is executed expression whatever you have written inside this one, it has executed. But that expression it is not returning at console.
Yeah.
There may be chances that something you have to execute it some and print it. Something you have to execute but don't print it. Got the
Okay.
thing?
Yeah. Then
Username,
we should use this.
username, username you can execute and print it. Password you
Yeah.
execute, don't print.
Okay.
Got this point?
Yeah.
So in that case, which one you will use for execute, which one you will execute for the eval?
So for eval, we'll take the username, and for execute, we can take passwords like any sensitive data.
Hmm. We'll see one more mathematical example. Okay. for I in a range of like 5. Okay, I'm saying I in a range of 5, and this I will execute the number of the times I want. We didn't cover this advanced concept till now. We have to cover, right? But still, I am showing you one example over here. I am showing one demo when to execute, make use of the exe, when to make use of the eval.
Yes.
What it will do? Any idea?
It will execute the I 2 times.
Is it?
Mm.
I will explain it. It is more easy. Forget about the first part. You can see for I in a range of 5. What is
5.
the meaning of this one?
If 5 is in the range of I, sorry, I is in the range of 5.
A range will
0
0
to
from
5.
5.
5,
Means
yeah.
it will execute from 0 to 4, right?
Yeah.
Then you didn't give any print statement over here, right?
Yes.
What it will do?
It will just run itself and not show anything as output.
You are giving one expression over here, right?
Yeah.
So this is the expression which is executed by this line.
Yes.
I into I of a square.
Yeah.
Square. It is square of that I, right?
Yeah.
So first time it will print 0, then 1, then 4, then 9, then 16, right?
Yes.
It is not clear to you, right?
No.
What we can do, we can write this
Print
inside
out.
the print, then you can be more clear. Got the point now?
Yeah.
So now the same thing, what I'll do, I will take this out. No print statement. What the result you are getting now?
It's the same without the print statement type.
So without printing, also it is working, right?
Yeah.
Now we will take this input into fine.
Yeah.
Same thing above one, right?
Yeah. It will not show the output.
Right?
Yeah.
Now the same thing,
It
right?
shows the output. Yeah.
The same expression, okay, the expressions what we were using into the eval function
Eval
and
function.
exe function,
Execute. Yeah.
expression is same, okay, but one is returning value, another one is not returning value. Even if you do not make use of these two functions, the direct statement is giving you the value, right?
Yes.
Here. So the working wise, only one difference is there in between eval and exe. Whenever you want to return the value, make use of the eval function.
Yeah.
You want to execute something, okay.
But hide the output.
Yes.
We need to use
That time exe is going to be
execute. Yeah.
it's clear between the difference between them, right?
Yes. Sir.
So when to use exe, when to make use of the eval, that you need to take care of these things. Working wise, both will work same. There is
Yeah.
no rule that you cannot make use of these two.
Yeah.
So you just try these two functions. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see the remaining thing tomorrow.